Well, friends, I'd like to take you all on a journey back in time to the heady days of the 1990s. A time of herb-crusted salmon and balsamic swirls. Deborah Conway and James Blundell ruled the airways. Ayrton Senna ruled Rundle Street. Ja Rule... Well, Ja Rule didn't technically rule anything, but he was prominent in the culture. You get what I mean. But amidst the comforting lull of dial-up internet, heavily wooded Chardonnay, rollerblading and fusion cuisine, a dark shadow lurked. I'm not talking about the impending doom of the millennium bug shutting down the world economy or the Beanie Baby investment crash. A more malevolent force still, lurking on the palate of local and international wine, began to infiltrate the wineries and cellars of the world. And while brettanomyces had been known for a long time, reports began to flow in from across the country, from across the world, of a dank, sweaty, medicinal character somewhere between mouldy Band-Aids, horse sweat and manure, infiltrating bottles and barrels in cellars, bars and wine shows. Now, for those of us that live in our current age of enological enlightenment, we may hold these smells, much like truths in the United States Constitution, to be self-evident. But much like truths in the United States Constitution, it took some time for the general principles to filter, although a lack of filtration was arguably one of the problems, to filter through. Once you know it, you can't forget it, and it was everywhere you looked. Once you see it, you regret it, and one taste is all it took. Once you got it, oh, it's hard to stop it, short of burning everything down. Once you know it, you don't want to show it, can't look anybody in the eye. Smell of sweaty horse and leather. For-ethyl phenol, for-ethyl glycol, for-ethyl, oh no. It's metallic and meaty and smoky and rips away hope from your heart. Barnyard, farmyard, fire lap after a run. Well, questions were asked. Was it terroir? Should we be pronouncing it terroir or terroir? If terroir, does that mean we have to start pronouncing Cabernet, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir properly? If it was terroir, was it good terroir? If we got rid of it, would we lose terroir? It wasn't terroir. Given that nearly identical strains could be found in nearly every winery in the country and around the world, it definitely wasn't terroir. Despite the protestations of some of our friends in California and Burgundy, it definitely wasn't terroir. And so began the great brettanomyces educational push of the early aughts. Staff from the AWRI travelled across the country, sampling, testing, educating, proselytising, troubleshooting, fact-checking, because unlike the erosion of mountains, the migration of birds, the presence of a Dan Brown novel inexplicably on your bookshelf, Brett is something that can be controlled. It's something that's within our power to stop. With sulfur dioxide, a rigorous cleaning regime, and a dilapidated East German-made barrel steamer, we can achieve anything. Obviously within the parameters of microbiological control. If you see it, you don't have to fear it, but I'd probably still keep it under wraps. 'Cause once you know it, you can't forget it, and it'll be everywhere, everywhere you look. Band-Aid, smell of bloody horse and leather. For-ethyl phenol, for-ethyl glycol, for-ethyl, oh no. It's metallic and meaty and smoky and rips away hope from your heart. Farmyard, barnyard, fall up after a run. Decorah, 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 Decorah. It's no good. It's no good.